All right, YouTubers, welcome back to a basement build apartment video. Sorry it's been so long. Me and my wife have just been working our regular jobs and then going down to the basement and just getting it done. So in this video, we really want to show you the sanding process. After the second layer of mud has been applied, Laura's doing just such an awesome job at getting the second layer on and smoothing things out and getting it ready for primer. So as you can tell here, we did some sanding. Laura's doing the washing of the walls, which is so awesome because this is the kind of stuff I don't like to do, but she's amazing. And pulling that dust off is so important because when you put your primer down, you don't want to have speckles all over your wall. And it also kind of gives you an up close view of what you need to sand some more and clean and mud and all those special things. Now we started in the kitchen. The majority of these walls are going to be covered by cabinets, fridges, microwaves, stoves, and but we just wanted to start here to kind of get a plan together. It's just really important that you tape. It's important that you sand, mud, sand, clean, tape, all those things. So you're not really redoing stuff. And with the electrical video that I had put out, kind of had a rough week that week with the electricians. We decided to just get back on it and knock it out. So here we are. And I just want to say that Laura is just amazing. She has got all the details. She's doing the corners, doing the doors, and then using this sander with a handle. Um, it it's a good workout. I'm gonna admit it's rough when your arms start to burn, your shoulders, your back, your neck, all that kind of stuff, and it's in kind of like a fast mode here. But man, whew, it's a good workout. But we were a little worried about this wall as well, and the mudding and sanding and just kind of paying attention to details and that kind of thing. Well, we got Laura down here doing the sanding. Got a couple screws I need to punch in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you could grab those, then I think we did pretty good for the first round because.
Okay, and then we're mudding.
Yeah.
I'll get up here and do this part because this one's pretty sloppy.
The higher stuff I'm not.
All sanded. Now it's time to vacuum all this prettiness up. All right, well, looks like we're doing our first layer of primer. We were at Lowe's and we were just going to do the paint primer mix. And one of the workers suggested that we pick up this 5-gallon, $58 primer because the drywall is so new that it would soak it up. And you can see here the first layer, yeah, it definitely needed a second layer. So make sure you put, 2 layers on. The paint was not bad either. The paint was about $168 for a 5-gallon bucket, and that'll do way more than we need for this apartment. So yeah, we're just doing the primer, and Laura's, decided to jump on here, and she's just amazing. She does everything. Um, she's kind of a crafty person anyway, but she's very detail oriented. I'm a bull in the china shop kind of thing. So she makes it look pretty, makes all my work look good, and just really happy to have her on these final steps. But it's exciting, and I hope you enjoy watching us do the primer portion. It's in super fast forward, so I know the video is a little long, but this just kind of shows the steps and hopefully inspires some of you to, take on your own projects and not trying to take the work away from the workers, but there are some things that you can do on your own that are more cost effective and kind of get you off the couch. A lot of the the time with COVID and stuff kind of made us idle and sit around, and these kind of things are exciting when you can create. Uh, Also, let me tell you, it's relationship building as well, because doing projects together as a couple really strengthens your relationship. Now, I'm not going to say that's 100% accurate, because there are just some people that don't need to be doing projects together that are married. But other than that, I really enjoy working with Laura. We really have over the years tolerated each other, and we've taken each other's ideas and we've thought them over. And we've had many successes in our marriage when it comes to the bakery and the house, and raising Dalton, and just all the decisions that we've made in life have been revolved around projects and moving forward. So as you can tell here, we're moving to the second layer. The second layer of primer just goes down really nice, and the place just brightened up so much. The windows, let me tell you, if you're going to do a basement, do 9-foot ceilings and huge windows, because it's just so bright, beautiful. You don't want to have people that are living down in the basement. You don't want them to feel like they're in a basement. And the last house we were at was built in 1950 something, and it really felt like you were in a basement.
Hey YouTubers. So today we worked on a couple of fun things down here in the basement finish. And so we put the first layer of primer along this wall and this wall. Kenny's gonna throw on a second coat of primer tonight. He also worked on casing this window out so that we could get an idea of what the windows were gonna finish up like. So we got a few more things to finish the details of it, but he's got the casing on it. And we're gonna be doing a little more mudding before we're done tonight. We're hoping to get this wall done. This one is done, it's just gotta dry. And then we're hoping to get that one done so that tomorrow we can do primer on those walls.
That's right. And we're just so excited about getting the first painted wall behind us. That's our first painted wall with primer, and then we're going to do the primer and color. We're probably going to do the whole basement in primer first, and then we'll start painting with the paint. But we're excited, and we decided not to spray. Number one, there's not a lot of room down here. Number two, it uses a lot of paint, and it's just going to be us. So we're just trying to utilize our time better, get done with it, and make sure everything's done right. And then just kind of with the primer, it'll pull out what's bad, and we'll go over that and clean it up, and then just try to get the walls as straight as we can.
Well, we've both done paint jobs several times in the past.
That's
different houses that we lived in and things, and so
in our bakery,
we're pretty good with the rolling on the paint and just making things look nice. So.
That's right. So it looks really good today. I thought this wall for sure would show some blemishes better, but man, it just turned out solid. You can tell we gotta hand paint that
down there.
but everything looks to be good. We taped off the plugs, so we won't roll over those, and we're gonna move that direction. And we're gonna do a session of sand and get all the seams straight on the ceiling, And then what are we going to do with it?
Oh, yeah,
texture.
we're going to texture it.
Yeah, so we're going to texture the ceiling because it's not perfect, but texturing will match the stairs or match the upstairs.
Yeah.
So, and most of the point is to match the upstairs because we have this beautiful casing upstairs, craftsman look, and it wasn't too hard. I did this on my own with my measuring skills. I know everybody, but. If you don't look too hard, it looks great. And especially how people do nowadays, it's just a... All right, so we're back at it again. We're working on the dining room wall, getting its first primer up on the wall. As you can see, I did the window casing there. Now, we didn't do the one in the living room just yet because we didn't really have a truck to pick all the materials up, and we wanted to see if we really liked the casing like we did upstairs. So part of matching the apartment to the upstairs is we did all our windows upstairs in this design, the carpenter casing. So it's just really expensive right now for trimming, and also I used some water sealant caulking. And I went ahead and caulked the inside of the window and all the edges. Now, the one thing that I forgot to do here, and this is what happens with me as I get in a hurry, is I forgot to tape things, so I rolled right over the switches. You probably didn't see that or not, but no damage there. So, but I continue to just work and ignore it like a typical, person that I am. I get in a hurry sometimes and sanding all day, those kind of things. Yeah, so finally getting this primer on is just super amazing to us. We used kind of a method of just what we're doing is we're just going room to room, sanding, applying the second layer, putting tape on, which we should. So I did the same thing up there on that wall plug. And I put a plug up on the wall for the TV so that, you wouldn't have to run a plug down there. But in the midst of you doing the ceiling and all that, you do find spots that you missed. And so it's a good opportunity to really just, pay attention to the details on the walls and fix them as you go. Had a little malfunction with that roller. The roller started coming apart, and so I replaced it. All right, so we've got the 2 layers of primer down, and we've got this wall going into the dining room, living room, all primered up, taped up, and then next we'll be doing the texturing this week. Prepped in here, and we prepped the smaller room. So this is second layer. Just need to sand it and primer it. So that'll be our project this weekend. This is next.